And we welcome you back, everybody, to the gospelstation.com Sports and Talk. We're getting ready for the men's squad, but first I've got an exclusive interview with the one, the only, number 2-3, Allie Lynn. Ms. Allie, thank you for sitting down.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so what happened in the locker room? They said there was more water than even yesterday in the locker room.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, came in, sprayed water everywhere. I think there wasn't an empty water bottle left from anybody's, personal water bottle in all the water bottles that we had. It's all over that floor, so I feel bad to whoever has to clean that up later.
Well, you kind of earned it with the way y'all played that one. 57-29 victory. You held them to 3 points in the fourth quarter. What led to that success?
I think it was a lot of communication, and we didn't really play very well yesterday against Grove, and I just think we wanted it today.
So that team aspect of it, that was something that the McNutts focused on, that was said at half that y'all wanted to focus on.
Yeah.
Was there anything y'all did off the court preparing for this game that kind of got you back in that mindset?
We had a lot of team conversations just about what Verdigris was going to do and just preparing ourselves for what was going to come at us, because we knew they were going to double cam, and everyone let her know that, backside, and we hit a lot of backside, and Reese Harris hit a lot of threes tonight, so that was really, really good. I'm really proud of her for stepping up and hitting those threes.
To that point, Harris was 4 of 6 from beyond the arc.
Yes.
Calder on 2 of 3.
Yes.
And even Bibbs got in on it.
I know. Oh, my gosh.
Okay, I got to ask, though, when y'all swarmed them, who's the most eager to swarm players on the floor to mob them when something big happens?
Probably Emma Saylor.
I believe that. I'll have to ask her about that later.
You should.
So day 3 for you guys. You play tomorrow versus the loser of Weatherford and Lincoln Christian.
Right.
If it's Weatherford, how excited are you guys for that rematch?
I'm personally really excited. I know a lot of the teammates are as well, because that's to be our third time playing them in 2 weeks.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we kind of know what they're gonna do, but they're still a really good team and they're a good competitor. So it'll be a game for sure.
Now let's ask the other way. If it's Lincoln Christian UFC, what's the thoughts going into that one?
They're a really, really good team, but I guess we're just going to have to play that by ear, because I think we're just ready for it to be Weatherford.
I respect it. What's your prediction for the men's match in front of us?
Well, I'm always going for our boys, so I think that the boys are going to win, and I hope they win so that we can have a boys and girls consolation championship tomorrow.
Hey, you know what? I'm right there for it if we do. Thank you for sitting down.
Thank you for having me.
Allie Lynn, everybody. Well, we are getting ready for the start of the men's match here at Weatherford High. Speaking of Weatherford, taking on your Bethany guys. Let's turn it over to the floor right now as we meet our starting lineups. That had been the pregame show brought to you by Ship It Sooner. We're in the Ship It Sooner broadcast booth, 210 North Mustang Mall Terrace out here in Stroud, getting ready for this Grade 1 Ship It Sooner back home. Bethany officially the home team for the first time in what feels like this entire bracket run. So we're eager to see that one. Let's meet the starting Weatherford Eagles. Number 1, Cash Weber. Number 4, Dylan Epp. Number 5, Hunter Nelson. Number 11, Jackson Smith. And number 14, Cooper Bryant. Those are your starters for Weatherford. And now for your starters for the Bethany Broncos, coached by head coach Josh Holliday. Denton Jaggers, the first starter announced. He'll be followed up, of course, by number 3, Jagger Weaver. Here's number 5, Seth Griner. And number 24, Breck Brady. And, of course, rounding out the starting 5, number 25, Malachi Chapman. All right, we're set for this one. Bethany, Weatherford in a rivalry matchup of the century. As Allie Lynn says, it feels like we've seen this team 3 times in the past 2 weeks. Back in regionals, I'm pretty sure I went out there 4 times over 2 days. We have seen Weatherford so many times this year. So what's one more as we meet them here in day number 2 of area at the Stroud Route 66 Coliseum. Winner moves on to day 3. Loser heads home. Brady heads to the line. He'll be jumping against Hunter Nelson. Official ready to get this game going. One of these 2 teams is moving on to the Consolation Championship and trying to punch their ticket to state. And, oh, boy, I'm excited for this one. jumps up, Brady tips it, and Jaggers comes down with first possession. We're underway. 8 minutes in the first. Den Jaggers out the middle of the floor, letting the offense develop. A lot of movement off ball along the baseline. Swings to Chapman, now to Weaver. Weaver with entry lob to Brady. 3 defenders on him. Brady goes high off the glass, can't get his shot. Weatherford comes down with it. Brady didn't let them go for free, but the red jerseys will bring it up the other end of the floor. Weatherford in the all red, Bethany in the all white with the purple trim. That was number 11, Jackson Smith, working to the left side of the floor. He was fouled by Malachi Chapman trying to go for the handoff. That'll be the first personal foul for Chapman and the first team foul in this quarter. Weatherford to inbound it, but they threw it away. It's a scramble for it. We were trying to get there first, but it's going to be number 4, Dylan Epp, to pick it up. Epp stops on a dime, goes back out to the logo. Weatherford resets their offense. They're going to let this run. 7:20 left to play in the first. Nothing, the score. Epp at the top of the key, looking back to his left. Here's Smith. Smith with Jaggers on him, goes back to the right, back to Epp. Epp has Weaver working on him. He gives it up to Weiberg. Nothing opens up for Weiberg. The perimeter defense so far for the Bethany Broncos doing wonders. Gets a roar of approval from the Bethany student section. Now under 7 minutes left to go already in the first quarter. Smith still working on Jaggers, has to give it up to the corner. Sets a screen for number 1, Weiberg, who receives the pass, and Weiberg goes back to Smith. The defense still holds. Bethany in a man on all sides of the floor. Now Jaggers working on Smith. Smith tries to get the baseline, bounce pass over to Nelson. Nelson in trouble, has to go back out beyond the arc. 6.5 now left to play. A full minute and a half has come off the board, and Weatherford hasn't even put up their first shot. Weiberg to the right wing. Now here's number 11, Smith, on the drive and kick. Goes back out to the right side. Nothing's opens up. Now it's back to the logo, and Weatherford has to reset. A jab step, a spin. Epp trying to get into the lane over Weaver. And finally, after 2 minutes, the first points of the game are scored. It's going to be Dylan Epp finding 2 for Weatherford. 6 minutes left to go. Here's Den Jaggers going up the left side of the lane. Kick the ball to Chapman. He fakes a shot, drives inside the arc. Gives it up to Griner. Now Griner over to Jagger Weaver on the right wing. Weaver back out high to Den Jaggers. Nothing's opens up for 1. He'll stand on the logo and get a call in from the bench. A screen from Chapman. He goes right to left. Jaggers all the way to the baseline. Needs somewhere to pass. Has to go out to Griner. All the way around the perimeter to Weaver on the right wing. Now he drives left hand into the lane. Kick to the corner. Griner no shot. Goes back to Jaggers on the left wing. And this kind of offense now on both sides continues. Jaggers working with the right hand, trying to find his way into the lane. Just can't get past the red jerseys. No penetration. There's Griner on the back door. Cut, and Brady hit him in the chest with the pass. Seth Griner finds Bethany's first points of the night. He's got 2. Tie game with 5 minutes left to play in the first, 2-2. Weatherford going to try to answer out of the far corner. Here's Chapman playing defense on number 5, Nelson. Nelson gives it up to Epp. Epp drives, spinning in the lane, working on Weaver. Throws up a hook shot, no good. Weaver wants the rebound. He can't come down with it, but Griner picks it up. Missed shot from Weatherford. Here's Griner pressing the advantage. Here's Chapman on the left wing. Chapman fakes a shot, backs his man down in the lane. Kick to Griner. Griner along the baseline. Swing pass back out high. There's the extra. Far corner. Weaver lets the 3 go. No good. Rebounded by Weatherford. It was Jackson Smith to come down with it. Well, this Bethany-Weatherford matchup, man, one that we have seen against so many times this season. They know each other extremely well. Weatherford 26-3, the number 6 team in the class. A cross-court pass stolen away by Griner. Griner brings it up to the right side of the floor. He swings one full court himself, hit Weaver. Weaver over to Chapman. He wants the 3 ball, in and out for Chapman. Weatherford going to try to press the advantage here, but they're outnumbered, and they know it. They'll slow it down. Weiberg on the left wing gives it up with a handoff to Smith. Smith with Weaver on him. Goes back over to Epp. Epp, top of the key, shot fake. Can't get Jaggers to jump. That's a veteran player right there in Den Jaggers. He's never going to bite on that. 3:48 left to go in the first. Let's see here. Weatherford tried to feed it down to the quarter and go with a baseline pass, but they threw it off of Chapman's leg. Number 0, number 4, and number 13 all in the game. That's Kiefer, Neal, and Brobston. Let's see. They sub off Griner, Weaver, and Chapman. And these are some important minutes, it feels like, already here in the first quarter. 3:44 left to go. They're going to need to hold Weatherford to as little as possible on their offensive possessions. Neal matched up 4-on-4 with Epp. Epp goes to the top of the key. Here's Weiberg. Weiberg has Kiefer on him and can't get past number 0. Jagger still working on Smith. Smith finds Epp, who puts up the 3 and is able to hit it off of a screen. Now that is Weatherford's game. Again, 26-3. They used the on-ball screens to open up just enough separation to put up a 3-ball like that, and it has carried them through this season 5-2. Not many teams can keep up with that style of offense. Bethany tasked with finding a way now. Jaggers with the jump pass down to Brady. He backs down one defender, one dribble, lost the dribble, put up the shot, no good, got his own rebound, his putback, fouled on it, and one. And Brady celebrates on that one, and I don't blame him. Brady's heading to the line for the and one. 5-4, Weatherford leads by 1, just under 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Brady trying to tie this thing up at 5. Lines up his shot, puts it up. He got it. Brady 1 of 1 on that trip. Tie game 5-5, 2:57 left to go. The last time these two teams met was back on February 10th. Weatherford won at 46-31 over the Bethany Broncos. So it's up to the Broncos looking for a little bit of revenge. 2:45 here, 5-5. Smith drives, Jaggers gets back, spinning, fadeaway shot. Unfriendly roll, no good. Brobson comes down with a defensive rebound. Kiefer in a hurry up the right line. Stops on the right wing, now he gets to the baseline. Jump shot, fadeaway, no good for Kiefer. Gonna be an easy rebound for Weatherford. They'll slow the pace down as they get a call in from the bench. Weatherford head coach Derek Bull has commanded this team to a number 6 ranking in Class 4A this season. Last year's state champions trying to repeat. Smith goes all the way up to the board and gets a foul called for him. He was working against number 13, Rhett Brobston. That's Brobston's first. Second team foul of this quarter. Well, I know it was a short pregame, so I didn't really get a chance to say it, but hey, thanks for tuning in. This is Bethany Basketball on thegospelstation.com Sports and Talk and GSN Sports and Talk, our YouTube channel. Smith knocks down his first free throw. My name is Luke Young. I've been on the call with you all weekend, and I'll continue to be on the call as deep as this Bethany team goes. Currently 6-5, Weatherford leads with 2:10 and a free throw coming. Make that 7-5 as Jackson Smith is able to hit both. 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter already. A 2-point lead for the Weatherford Eagles. A reminder, Bethany is a very strong team themselves. They finished number 11 in Class 4A. Not that far behind Weatherford themselves. Brobson has it right wing. Going over to Jaggers. Top now right back to Brobson. He lets the 3 fly. Just couldn't get it off the back of the rim. Brobson misses his first shot of the day. 7-5 it remains. A minute 36 left to go in this quarter. Dylan Epp, a name you'll hear called out a lot, goes to Flynn, over to the left wing to Smith. Smith down low, able to hit number 5, Nelson. Nelson with a bounce pass, looking for Flynn. Flynn kicked it back out. Epp lets the 3 fly, had room. Kiefer tried to close out on him, but couldn't get there in time. Dylan Epp makes it 10-5. Kiefer and the Broncos got to find an answer here down 5. That's the danger of Weatherford. The moment they have an open look, they're such excellent shooters that they're going to make you pay. A minute left to go. Bethany holding on to the basketball and think they intend to be last possession here. Neal over to Brobson. Brobson goes left-handed dribble all the way to the baseline, kind of slipping and threw it away. 2-on-2 fast break. A pass up the floor, got away from Smith. He's able to corral and get it back out to Epp. Now down to Smith in the right corner. He's got Neal on him, trying to shake off Dempsey Neal. Goes right hand along the baseline, picked up, fires a pass inside the lane. Shots up, no foul. That was Bryant trying to get something out of it. Kiefer able to bring it down. He'll go up to Neal. Neal spinning in the lane, back out to Kiefer, and a walk on Dempsey Neal. Seth Griner and Jagger Weaver back in the game. Dempsey Neal coming out, as well as Rhett Brobson. Kiefer staying on the floor. 27 seconds left to go in the first. Well, with these two teams and the talent they bring to the table, it feels like 10-5 at the end of the first is relatively low scoring. These two offenses have been known to put some ridiculous amounts of points on the board. We'll see, if they can find a way to get back to that here today. 7 seconds. Weatherford has it. They go to the top of the key. Now fling one to the right corner. And a foul on the floor. They're going to hit what appears to be Wyatt Kiefer with a foul. I thought for a second that might be an offensive foul. I thought they were going to call, just a little bit too much shoving on red, but Kiefer's first personal stops the clock at 4.2. The inbounds goes out to Smith. Smith within Jaggers on him, gets a little bit of help from Weaver, able to get the pass off, and Griner with a great closeout stops that shot from going up. That's the kind of thing that doesn't go down in the stat book. Jaggers and Weaver team up to stuff a man in the corner, and Griner's closeout on the top of the key prevents the last second three from going up. Great defense from the Bethany Broncos. We're back after this commercial break. It's Bethany basketball on GSN Sports and Talk. Thanks to Hoop OKC for their support of the stream. 405-448-0099. Veteran owned and operated. Call them out to your next party today.
At the home of the Gotta Have It, you'll find Apple Tree Antique Gallery, located in the heart of downtown Bethany at 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway. Enjoy spacious shopping with up to 77 unique vendors across more than 10,000 square feet, offering everything from jewelry and clothing to one-of-a-kind treasures and so much more. Don't miss our third Friday weekend specials every month, and yes, we're open Sundays. Call us at 495-0602. Apple Tree Antique Gallery in Bethany, home of the Gotta Have It.
Thanks to Simplified Tech Solutions. Simplified Tech is at 4221 North MacArthur Boulevard, back in War Acres, Oklahoma. Eric at Simplified Tech will help you out with all your technology needs. Wi-Fi systems, computer systems, management, repair, he does it all, thanks to Simplify. Now in the second quarter, following a 10-5 first, these two offenses looking to find their rhythm. Out of the gate is a quick three taken from Cash Weiberg on the left wing. It's no good, and Jaggers comes down with the defensive rebound. Honestly, not a bad shot right there for Weiberg. He's hit those in the past. Right out of the gates, though, Weatherford going for the throat, going for the jugular. Chapman with a fake pass, right side, cross court, stolen away. Here's Flynn trying to beat Griner, and they're going to hit Griner with a foul call, I think, here. No, they're just going to say it was out on Griner. Last touch by him as it was deflected out of bounds. 7.5 after the turnover. Bring it up the floor is Dylan Epp. He goes over to Weiberg again, who launches another three, and again it doesn't go. One more rebound for Denton Jaggers. He now has two. Jaggers to bring it up the floor. Looking to his right for Chapman. Not going to try that half-court pass again, that cross-court thing. Instead goes with the bounce pass to Weaver. Weaver launches one well over the head of Chapman, and now it's Bethany's turn to be a little bit out of rhythm, causing a lot of turnovers here. Weatherford has pretty much had two bodies on whoever takes the basketball, something Bethany's going to have to work around. 7 minutes now left to play in the first half. 10-5, Weatherford still remains on top. Here's number 5, Nelson, going right side into the lane. Picked up the dribble, working on Chapman. Tries to draw the contact, shot's no good. Brady comes down with the rebound. Brady over to Griner. Griner looking up the floor, hits Chapman on the left side. Malachi Chapman drives, can't get inside the perimeter. Cross-court pass, hits Jaggers in the corner. Jaggers back out high to Griner, swings it all the way around. 6:40 left to play in the second quarter. Griner down to the corner. Jaggers drives along the baseline. Baseline swing, hits a wide open Jagger. Weaver from the corner. Jagger Weaver in that left corner is lights out, 10-8. Pulls Bethany back within two with 6:20 left to go in the first half. Weatherford sees their lead cut back down to a single possession. Here's Flynn on the right side working on Griner. Hesitation move, trying to get to the baseline, spins, able to get the pass back out to Nelson. Nelson all the way around the perimeter. Here's Smith. Smith along the baseline, lays it in for two. Went up with the right hand, came down with 2 points. Bethany was there to defend, but no stopping a good player. 5:55 now left to go. Chapman steps into the right wing, doesn't take the shot, goes to Griner in the corner. Griner with a risky entry to Breck Brady, but Brady brings it down over 2 defenders and goes up for 2 over 3. 5:40 left to play, still a 2-point game, 12-10. Here comes Weatherford up the left side. They've been going with Jackson Smith a lot here. Smith will try it once more, trying to go up and underneath Jaggers. Got a bounce pass to Flynn, and Flynn with the excellent backdoor cut is able to tag on two with the right-handed layup. 14-10. Weatherford lead is 4. Chapman, cross-court pass. Weaver jumps and brings it down. Now back to Weaver. He'll try it from the left corner again. Not 2 for 2, but Griner got the offensive rebound, and his putback goes. Seth Griner in the right place at the right time. That's his first offensive rebound, his second total rebound, 14-12. Griner, by the way, 2 of 2 from the field. All the way to the baseline to Weatherford again, and looks like number 11, Smith, is going to get a friendly foul call. Jaggers hit with his first personal. That's also the first personal of the quarter on the Bethany Broncos. So at the line, it's number 11, Jackson Smith. Smith is shooting 2. He knocks down the first. Now into the game, Dylan Epp. Epp stands well beyond the half-court line as number 11 takes his second free throw. No good on that one, and Jaggers comes down with the rebound. Jaggers will bring it up the middle of the floor. 4:50 left to go. Sands just left the logo now. Weaver crosses in front of him. He gets a screen from Brady. Over to the right elbow. Mid-range jumper up and no good. Rebounded by Weatherford. That's Jaggers' first shot of the game, surprisingly. Couldn't get that one to drop. Still a 3-point lead for the Eagles. Smith over to Epp. Epp has Weaver on him. Going left side, now on the floor, number 14, Cooper Bryant. Bryant has Brady on him. Bryant trying to get to the baseline, able to get there, denied by Brady. Brady with his first block of the game. 4:18, we go the other way. 15-12, Weatherford still on top. Jaggers and the Broncos going to get a call in from head coach Josh Holliday on the bench. See what they run here. Jaggers going to his left, hits Weaver in the corner. Weaver brings it back out top. Gets a screen from Brady, step back. Now the entry bounce pass to Brady. Fired back out to Chapman. Chapman puts up the contested 3, but Malachi Chapman, no trouble for him. Knocks down the three-pointer over one defender. Tie game, 15-15. Timeout taken. So far, a 10-5 quarter for the Bethany Broncos. Weatherford has to give it a break to try and slow down that momentum. We're back after this commercial. Thanks to Toro Taxes, 5909 Northwest Expressway and Suite 249 for their support of the stream. Remember, don't leave money on the table. Call Toro Taxes, 580-275-8933. That's 580-275-8933.
Step up to the next level at Coyote Pond, home of the $20 FFL transfer. Coyote Pond at 5804 Northwest 63rd and MacArthur makes the difference in customer service with a selection of just about everything with top dollar loans and rock bottom prices. Locally owned and operated, Coyote Pond is the destination headquarters for Bethany, Yukon, and Oklahoma City, and the home of the $20 FFL transfers. Call 405-470-7999 or go to coyotepond.com. That's 405-470-7999. and coyotepond.com.
We're back in our mid-quarter break, 15-15. Coming out of this timeout, I mean, it's been a kind of a reversal of the first quarter. So Weatherford in the first put up 10 to Bethany's 5. Now in the second, Bethany has put up 10 to Weatherford's 5. These two teams very evenly matched right now, and it's come off a couple of really big shots for the Bethany Broncos. Chapman and Weaver both knocking down the 3. Brady and Griner both have 2 from the 2-point line. Weatherford has the ball here in this timeout. Epp on the far side of the floor working on Weaver as he has been all first half. He goes high out to Smith. Jackson Smith now has Kiefer on him, goes back to the corner with Epp. Epp to Smith on the give and go. Smith backs down. Kiefer left hand into the lane, and he puts it in over number 0. 17-15, 3:22 left to play. Weatherford leads by 2. Kiefer brings it up the court, stands at the right side of the Tiger logo. Goes to Chapman, now back to him. Now finds the ball all the way down to the right corner. Chapman thought about a 3. City hits Neal. Dempsey Neal, right wing, yes. Speaking of big shots, Bethany has the 1-point lead. 2:53, 18-17. Weatherford again trying to get to the baseline. They go up and under Neal, and that is a good shot right there from Jackson Smith. That kid is something special. 19-18, 2:40 left to play in the first half. Kiefer directs traffic, has Jaggers in front of him. Neal going right to left behind him. Handoff to Chapman, right wing. He thought about the shot, but goes back out to the logo with Jaggers. Jaggers now handoff to the Kiefer, right wing. Kiefer backs down one man into the lane. No shot from two. He goes back out to Jaggers. Jaggers jump pass, hit Neal in the far corner. Neal back out high. Bethany brings it back out. Chapman, cross-court fling. Kiefer wants a three, right corner, no good. Jaggers offensive rebound. His putback no good. Got a second offensive rebound. Goes up and fouled. Denton Jaggers will head to the line to shoot two after the foul. That one goes on number 2, Jacoby Flynn. First team foul this quarter for Weatherford. 2:10 is where the clock stopped. 19-18 Weatherford lead. Jaggers with a chance to tie it and give his team the lead. Knocks down the first. Jaggers' first points of the game. Jaggers has one more. Dempsey Neal to his right, the lone man along the lane. Shots up. It's flat, but it's good. Timeout taken as Bethany has regained the lead after 2 made free throws. 20-19 with 2:10 on the clock. Thanks to Victory Mattress Outlet, 7101 Northwest Expressway, Suite 610. Victory Mattress, where your best night's sleep costs less. We're back after this break, folks.
Name brands and more for less at Victory Mattress Outlet. Welcome to Victory Mattress Outlet, 7101 Northwest Expressway in Oklahoma City. Family owned and operated Victory Mattress Outlet has options for every budget, like quality 10-inch beds to high-end luxury mattresses fit for a king. You're the winner here. Shop pillows, protectors, bedroom sets, and more. And remember, the friendly people at Victory Mattress Outlet can help deliver, assemble, and set up your mattresses and furniture. Call 405-510-6988 and never pay retail price for top brands again. Victory Mattress Outlet, 7101 Northwest Expressway, 405-510-6988. That's 405-510-6988. Victory Mattress Outlet, where your best night's sleep costs less.
Bethany hanging right with the Weatherford Eagles heading towards halftime. Currently 20-19, Bethany on top. I mentioned it, but Weatherford is 26-3 on the year. They're coming off of a win against Miami in the first round of this one. Their loss at regionals to Oklahoma Christian School kind of surprised a little bit of people. The number 14 team in the class knocked off both Bethany and Weatherford en route to their regional championship. I mean, you got to tip your hat to Oklahoma Christian Schools for that one. 2 minutes now left to play in our game, 20-19 again. Weatherford trying to drive and a travel on Jackson Smith. Well, they've been relying on him a lot, and finally it got away from him just a little bit. Cash Weiberg back in the game for Weatherford. Dempsey Neal set the inbound on the far side. He has Kiefer in front of him. That's where he'll go. 1:57. Now the question here, is Bethany going to take some time off the clock? Are they going to go to the stall? Or are they going to try to really build up a lead as we head to half? Chapman has it on the left wing, working left to right. Steps back, puts up a long off balance too, but it's good for Malachi Chapman. And off balance was the best way I could describe that, but it didn't matter for him. 22-19, 90 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's number 11, Jackson Smith. Smith working to his left, calls a play, goes back over to Epp. Epp stands just beyond the half-court line, and head coach Josh Holliday tells Weaver to back off of him, let them run out the clock. Bethany has the three-point lead. About the most damage Weatherford could do here was to tie it up. They can't get the lead by any conventional means. Now some claps, occasional boos ring out from the Bethany side of the gymnasium here in the Stroud Route 66 Coliseum. Weatherford in no hurry. They're going to hold exactly where they are. 50 seconds now on the clock. Epp still has the ball. Weaver on him. Kiefer is on Smith. In the middle of the floor is Neal. Chapman in the right corner. Jaggers on the left block. 36 seconds now left to go. Kind of that 2-1-2 look. Bethany has stayed in a man defense pretty much this entire time. 27 seconds now left to go. About a full minute has come off the clock here. 20 seconds left to play. Weatherford hasn't made their move yet. One more look to the bench. Now we could see them start to do their thing. I think they want to wait, if I read that right, till about 5 seconds to really make their attack. Now it moves right to left and left to right. Goes over to the wing, still has Weaver on and picked up the dribble in a rough spot. Slings one over to the corner. Here's Smith. Smith on Kiefer, pulls up for the contested three. No good. It's all for nothing for Weatherford. They go down at half, 22-19. And I'm even going to credit Weaver with a defensive rebound on that one. We head to our halftime break. Your Bethany Broncos up 3 over the defending state champions.
Hello again, everyone. We're back here on the main street of America in Oklahoma City, back at one of our favorite places, State Farm Insurance. Blake Nightingale. Blake, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. It's a beautiful spring day here in Oklahoma City, and so excited for all the upcoming things coming our way. So
That's right. And it's even still February, and we're in spring. I love Oklahoma.
It feels like spring.
That's right. Well, I tell you what, speaking of spring, want to talk again about the weather coming up. I mean, we got to think about our roofs, our property with the storms that move in.
Yeah.
What kind of insurance can you help people with?
Yeah, the number one claim that most Oklahomans deal with is the hail storms, right? And the wind and tornadoes and all that kind of stuff. And so no better time than right now to start preparing for the spring season. And so what does that look like? Just make sure you're reviewing your policies, make sure you know what coverage you have. And most importantly, making sure that you've got the right person to take care of you.
And you are it. And that's the thing I like too, is I always hear this on TV sometimes when I watch, is call us at 1-800, but you have no idea who these people are.
Yeah.
Right here, people come in and talk to you, and your staff is excellent.
Yeah.
So tell us about that. Why is that advantage?
Yeah, I love having 6 people here. The number one thing I love about it is that you can call and you can talk to the same person over and over. And most people, insurance is an afterthought until you got that question. And you don't want to be on hold for 30 minutes trying to talk to somebody that doesn't know you. We know you personally. We know your story. And that's what we take pride in, is taking care of you and knowing who you are.
Very good. Well, I have a couple of questions. Number one question, we were talking about the spring. Should people look at the roofs before the weather hits? Should they even look at it, get some kind of knowledge of how the roof looks? What should they do to prepare?
Yeah, a couple of things I think that are very important as we go into the spring season. One is to get your roof checked. A lot of roofing companies will do it for free. I think another thing to do is go ahead and do a video inventory of all your stuff. So what I just tell people is take a video, go each room to room, and that way if there's ever a catastrophic event, you know exactly what you have, so you don't have to think about it in that time. And then the most important thing is know your deductibles, know your coverage. Make sure you have full replacement costs, and make sure you know what the out-of-pocket expenses look like, so you can prepare so that whenever something does happen, and hopefully we have a lighter season this year in Oklahoma, but that's
Absolutely.
not likely, obviously. But again, you know what you have, and that's the most important thing I tell people. So.
Yeah, the pre-maintenance helps cut down the panic when something does happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And just obviously, knowing what to expect, and making sure you've got a plan in place. And so, with all these storms that come through, those out-of-state roofers start coming in. And,
Yes.
And it just builds a lot of anxiety with people. And so knowing ahead of time and having a plan in place is the best way to go about it. So.
Do roofers and insurance companies like State Farm, do they ever work with roofers? Do you ever recommend a roofer, or you can't do that?
Yeah, so there's a lot of roofers that we've dealt with and that are great. I would just tell you go local. If they're knocking on your door, then chances are they're out of state, and that can get you some concerns. And so I would say choose local and choose who you trust, and usually they'll take care of you. So.
All right, I had this question come up, and I wanted to ask you about it. Business insurance. People are in an office building, and they're wanting to move furniture or move stuff in,
Yep.
and the building management says, "Do you have insurance? What if somebody busts out the door, out the glass window you go through, the door window?"
Yep.
Tell us about why it's wise to have insurance in your office building, and how does that safeguard you?
Yeah, so we insure. A lot of times State Farm people only think about auto and home, and we insure business, life insurance, health insurance. And so when it comes to business specifically, one of the biggest things is making sure you protect your personal property. Theft and water damage tend to be larger claims for people, but it is always important when you're dealing with a business entity that you have the ability to maybe be sued or liability concerns, that you have coverage in place for that. And so that's, again, why we love having 6 people here. We're a knowledgeable resource. We love to take care of customers and help in all their needs. We kind of view ourselves as a one-stop shop, and we'll take care of all the insurance needs you might have. So.
Well, knowledge also helps wisdom, and having the wisdom to do something about it. Because I'm one of these to put it off and say, I should have done it already.
Yeah, exactly.
And I did see that recently where some people were moving out. They were moving out of the building, and somehow or another, you know how Murphy's Law works, they busted a window.
Yeah.
Totally by accident, but they did it. And that's why it's important to have insurance in there.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, insurance, most people, it's not on top of mind until a claim happens. And then it's like, what did I get myself into? That's why we're here to help. We want to make sure we foresee the future and what could happen and make sure you're protected. And you can call us or text us anytime. And that number is 405-728-1313. And we would love to be a resource for you.
And once you tell us your address and any other final words you'll say before we cut and get back to where we're at.
Yeah, so we're located here off of Northwest Expressway, 7304, Northwest Expressway here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And again, like I said, text or call. The biggest thing that I tell you going into the spring, doesn't hurt to shop, doesn't hurt to make sure you've got the right coverage in place, and we would love to be a resource for you. So.
And I might add that, Blake, you're a family man. You know what it's like to raise a family and take your kids places and just all of that. So you're very knowledgeable and have empathy toward families that are needing to get insurance to take care of them.
Yeah, we love to hear the personal story of each one of you, and we love to take care of you and help in any way we can.
Well, thank you, Blake. Thanks for sponsoring all of our sports in Bethany High School and all that we do. Yeah. We appreciate all you do, Blake.
Yep. Thanks. Go Broncos.
Hey, guys, we're out here in Stroud, Oklahoma, following the first game for the men's bracket. Your Bethany Broncos took down Inola High. I'm here with Coach Holiday. Coach, first off, just how are you feeling after a big win like that?
Yeah, I mean, always good to get a win, man, especially in playoffs. It's win or go home. That's the ultimate goal. Okay, nothing else but win.
They had a couple of good first half, first quarter, and then y'all really battled back in the second and put it on them. What was the change in game plan that led to that?
Yeah, I don't think it was necessarily a change of game plan, as well as we talk about weather and storms all the time. So it's just, that's what the playoffs is all about. Like you every possession, you're trying to have a stop and you're trying to be perfect on rotations and keeping the ball out of the paint and things of that nature. But, guys are good, right? And every game from here on out is going to be playing good guys, good teams. And so it's just about, trying to stack wins. And so, we just weathered the storm. They started off really good, made a couple shots, and we just weathered the storm, starting to get that first rebound, got a couple turnovers, and got out and ran.
Speaking of guys that weathered the storm really well, Breck Brady had a double-double today. By my count, 24 points, 12 rebounds. Just tell us a little bit about Brady's performance.
Yeah, I mean, we challenge that guy every day because the more he elevates his game is the more we elevate. And that's a big, That's big shoes to fill, and sometimes that can feel like a lot of pressure. But I mean, he loves it, and he loves to just be about his team. And so we tell him all the time and challenge him on the rebounding end of things and say, "Hey, man, if you go get 15 of these things, like we're always in good positions." And so we joke about it, but we really do challenge him there. And the last 2 games, he's been a monster on the glass.
I think another guy that's responded to that well was Jagger Weaver. He was held scoreless through the first, came out in the second, knocked down a couple threes, knocked down a couple shots from 2. Yeah. How have you seen him respond over this playoff?
Yeah, I mean, he's just maturing and growing through live plays, and we're winning along the way. But, I mean, the kid's just a great kid and an awesome worker and just a great teammate. And so it's just, we talk about it all the time. He takes good looks, and he passes up some good ones to guys for great ones. And so it's just like, hey, trusting that the ball's going to come back to you and then things will fall.
I've got 2 more questions for you, Coach, here. Were you at all when the personal fouls on Griner started to rise in the first and the team fouls got high in the fourth? Did that worry you at all? Because it seemed like you handled it well.
Sure. We're better with Seth on the floor. We're better with him out of foul trouble, so he can be aggressive, defending and getting in the paint, making plays for others as well as himself. And so, we talk about adjusting to the way refs call the game all the time. The next game that starts at 6 o'clock will be ref completely different than the one that we did. And so it's always just kind of filling that out and adjusting on the fly.
What's left for you tonight, Coach? What's the plan?
We're going to go get a bite to eat and then come back and support our girls.
All right. Thank you again, Coach. Great job tonight. Good luck the rest of the playoffs.
Thanks, Luke. You're awesome.
Those were the words of head coach Josh Holliday after yesterday's victory for the Bethany guys. And you can hear it right there, weathering the storm on this Blake Nightingale halftime show. That's the message to these guys, weather the storm. And so far, they're matched up on a great squad, but they weathered it just fine. Weatherford put up only 9 points in that second quarter. Bethany put up 17. They won that one by a landslide. Jaggers has 2, Weaver has 3, Griner has 4. Brady and Chapman both have 5 points, tied for team lead, and Neal has 3, with Jaggers also having 4 rebounds, Griner and Brady having 2. In this second half, albeit not the first half I was expecting, the way Bethany just played that second quarter, if they can hold on to that to the end of the game, they'll be walking out of here punching their spot to day number 3. Let's find out. We're here in the second half of play. Thanks again to Blake Nightingale for his support on the halftime show. Blake Nightingale, 7304 Northwest Expressway. He's got a very friendly, helpful staff over there. Make sure you go stop by. All right, Bethany has ball first. Griner going for the high lob, looking for Brady. Just got over the outstretched hand of Breck Brady on the baseline. A turnover on the Broncos to get things going in quarter number 3. 22-19. A tornado warning has been issued. They're in a watch at least for this area till about 10 p.m. tonight. So if you are in here for Stroud watching these playoff games, do keep that in mind. Potential tornado threat, just a watch or a warning right now. On the other end of the floor, Weatherford travels. It's the same guy who committed it earlier, Jackson Smith, traveling again. That plant and drive has given him a little bit of trouble, so both teams trade turnovers back-to-back. Jaggers gets a screen from Brady. Goes to Griner in the corner, back to Brady, now back to Jaggers on the right wing. Jaggers doesn't see a shot open, so he goes to Malachi Chapman, left wing. Chapman dribbles to the free throw line, kicked it out to Weaver. Bethany's drive and kick offense opens up a lot of good shots throughout a game. They play with such high intensity. They usually, I like to say, have the advantage in long, drawn-out games. Chapman, catch and shoot, puts up a 3, no good off the backboard. Their conditioning has to be through the roof to play their game. Smith drives right hand, got to the right block, trying to back down Griner, goes up, got a little bit of contact. Griner's going to get hit with the foul here. That's an unfortunate one for Seth Griner. He was doing his best to keep his hands as straight up as possible, but only his first personal. 22-19, 6:52 on the clock as number 11, Jackson Smith, heads to the line. Smith on his first is good. 22-20. Well, going into half, right, Weatherford took basically 2 whole minutes off the clock to try and get the last possession of the quarter, and then they failed to score on it. So they come out of half down 3. Smith has now made it down 1 after going 2 of 2 from the line. But even then, a slight advantage remains for the Bethany Broncos. They are playing with the lead. Jaggers working quick, right to left. Try to get all the way to the baseline, but a bounce pass over to Chapman in the corner. Chapman goes back out high to Brady. Brady's entry pass deflected and brought down by Hunter Nelson. Nelson looking to his left side. Here's Smith again. Smith on the left wing, backs it off, goes to Epp at the logo. Epp steps up to meet Griner. No shot opens up, so it goes back to Smith on the left wing. Smith trying to drive against Denton Jaggers, trying to get into the lane. A lot of contact, trying to back him down with the shoulder. Got the shot off, no good. Chapman comes down with the rebound. Chapman over to Jaggers' left side of the floor. Jaggers slows it down beyond midcourt. He'll get a call from head coach Josh Holliday here. Brady, Chapman, and Weaver all along the baseline. Jaggers goes over to Griner, right side. Griner down to the corner. Chapman from the corner brings it back out high. 5:58 left to go. Jaggers looking to his right again. Gets a screen from Brady. Won't open up. Weatherford played it well. Now here's Weaver getting that same screen from Brady, but he'll go left side. Sees a lane all the way to the glass, and 1 for Jagger Weaver. He saw the opening, and he took it to the bank. 24-21, a free throw pending. Brady, the lone white jersey, in for this free throw. Weaver's shot is good, and 1 for Jagger Weaver. 25-24, the lead, 4 for the Bethany Broncos. Epp over to Smith. Smith down to the corner. Couple quick passes around, now goes back out to the top of the key. Here's Weiberg, jump stop, doesn't take the shot. Goes to Smith on the left wing. He's still got Griner on him. Now he goes left hand all the way to the baseline. Jump stop himself, and he travels. He slipped on the left baseline, went down to the floor. Another turnover on Weatherford, and that brings a timeout out of head coach Derek Bull. 5:28 on the clock as we go to break. 4-point lead for the Broncos, 25-21. Thanks to Coyote Pond, home of the $20 FFL transfer. They also sponsor our Keys to the Game. With our shortened pregame show, we didn't get a chance to go over the keys to the game, but thanks to Coyote Pond anyways for their support of the broadcast. We're back in just a few.
Are you looking for some hair, some virgin hair, some extensions? Well, come to Alchemy Ming Virgin Hair and Boutique. We have moved to 10709 North Rockwell Avenue, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Suite D. Come and see all the styles from your best hairstylist, your favorite hairstylist, the award-winning hairstylist of the year, Jasmine J.G. Garrett Whitson.
To this point in the game, no one on the Broncos side has more than one personal foul. At times this season, as you kind of heard in that Josh Holiday interview, fouls can play a little bit of an issue. Griner in the last game got his total risen quick, but so far they've kept that under wraps, and that is always a good sign. Jaggers are bringing it up the floor. He's going to move to his right, has Griner cut behind him. That's where he goes. Griner with a handoff to Weaver at the top of the floor. Weaver over to Brady, now back to number 3, left wing. Weaver will back it off. He's met with Cash Weiberg. He has Chapman in the left corner, Jaggers in the right corner. Griner cuts in front of him, gets a screen from Brady, steps back beyond the arc, goes to Brady, left shoulder. His shot's up, and Brady lays it in with the left hand. Brady 3 of 5 from the field. 27-21, Bethany leads by 6. And those are 6 hard-earned points right there for the Bethany Broncos. Smith, crossover move into the lane, had it stolen away, but Jaggers is hit with the foul, and no one on the Bethany side can believe that call. That's such a tough one. Jackson Smith, the one hole in his game, the one Achilles heel is the turnover. They nearly had him again. Bryant takes the inbounds. He goes to Smith on the right wing, now back to the corner. A lot of contact, offensive foul. Cooper Bryant hit with the offensive. And will go the other way regardless. 4:40, 27-21. Both teams straight. Again, the fouls, the turnovers, works out in Bethany's favor in the end. Jaggers, crossover move right to left, going to the wing, kicks to Chapman in the corner, sets a screen for Chapman. He comes back out high, hits Brady at the top of the key. Brady sets a screen for Weaver, now he drives. Weaver trying to get the right hand to the baseline, nothing going there. Weatherford's defense holds. Jaggers will back it off, restart the offense. Crossover move himself, now going right side, hand off to Weaver beyond the perimeter. He goes cross court to Seth Griner. Griner with a bounce pass to Jaggers. Jaggers left hand, jump stop, left block, spinning, right-handed shot, no good. Brady comes down with the offensive rebound. Kicked back out beyond the board. Weaver steps into a 3 from the left wing, off the front of the rim and no good. That was a great shot right there from Brady, a great rebound from Brady. Unfortunately, we couldn't get that one to go. 27-21. 3:44 remains in this quarter. Weatherford going to the right side of the floor. Here's Smith. Smith at the top of the key, getting that same screen and a foul called. Head coach Josh Holiday animated on the side of the Bethany bench, and I don't blame him for this one. I thought that was just a guy fighting over a screen. I didn't know if there was enough for a foul there, but that's the call nonetheless. Foul goes on number 3, Jagger Weaver. Third team foul for Bethany in this quarter. Catch and shoot. Here's number 1, Cash Weiberg. His 3 from the left side, no good. Brought down by Flynn. Flynn with the bounce pass over to the corner again. No shot opens up. The Bethany defense gets back in time. 3:25 left to go in this quarter. Smith on the right wing. Picked up the dribble. Goes with the bounce pass down to the corner. Here's Nelson. Nelson back out to Smith. Has Jaggers on him. 3 players to his left. Smith to his right. Going down to Nelson. Nelson in trouble. Able to pick it up before Weaver gets it. Cross-court pass barely gets to Smith before Jagger steals it away. Smith behind the back, between the legs. Can't get past Jaggers. Jaggers gets some help from Weaver. Gets a couple passes over to the right corner. Now under 3 minutes to go, and Weatherford still has not found their offensive shot. Smith, shot fake, sidestep, puts up a 3. No good off the front of the rim. Brady gets the defensive rebound. Another long possession that doesn't work out in Weatherford's favor. Chapman from the left corner slows it down once again. Bethany has maintained a 6-point lead here heading towards the end of the third. Weaver on the right wing gives it up to Brady. He goes down to the far corner with Griner. Griner looking ahead, trying to get the bounce pass to Brady. Brady somehow barely manages to keep that ball with the white jerseys. I don't know how. He had 3 red jerseys on him. Luckily, man, a lucky break, man. 27-21 it remains. And we had a call off the ball. It's a foul on Chapman. And I got to be honest with you, folks, I wasn't looking down at where Chapman was. I was looking at where Denton Jaggers was going to go with the ball. That is Chapman's second personal, but more importantly, the 4th team foul on the Bethany Broncos this quarter. Chapman and Griner and Weaver all head off the floor. That means Neal, Kiefer, and Brobson back in the game. Here's Epp on the left side of the floor. They go all the way around the perimeter, left to right. Now they go back out high to Flynn. Flynn looking to his man on the left wing. Epp drives into the lane, couldn't get the shot off. Less than 2 to go. Epp crossover move on Brobson. Goes left hand all the way to the board. Out on Weatherford. And now it's the red jerseys' turn to be confused. Epp throws up his hands in frustration. Another turnover on Weatherford. They have put up only 2 points in this third quarter. Granted, Bethany has only put up 5, but that's still the advantage to the Broncos. Kiefer working to his left, a handoff to Neal. He'll go back out high to 2-4. Brady going to his right. Here's Jaggers. Jaggers picks up the dribble, bounce pass to Brady in the right corner. 90 seconds left to play. Brady goes over to Kiefer. Kiefer, step back. Doesn't like the 3, so gives it up to Neal. Neal over to Brobson all the way down to the corner for Jaggers. There's the same bounce pass to Brady. He gets hit from behind, and that's a foul on Weatherford. Hunter Nelson picks up the foul. That is his second personal and the 3rd team foul on Weatherford. Stops the clock at 1:22. Kiefer set to inbound this for the guys in white. He wants a lob into the lane. You can see it. He wants it into the paint. Instead goes out high to Brobson. That'll allow Denton Jaggers to have his one-on-one matchup on the far side. Jaggers one step, hits Neal. Neal contested 3, just barely didn't go. Neal took that from the left wing, and again, well defended by Weatherford. 65 seconds left to play in this quarter. Smith down in the corner, matched up on Neal. Right hand all the way to the baseline, in trouble. Slings one back out to the top of the key for Epp. Epp pulls it up off balance, 3-pointer, but he's got it. Dylan Epp puts some much-needed points on the board for the Weatherford Eagles. Brings this game back within 3 for the guys in red. 27-24. 42 seconds left to play in this quarter. Kiefer brings it past mid-floor. He's got Jaggers to his left. Neal in front of him. Brobson at the middle of the floor, and Breck Brady in the left corner. Kiefer drives all the way to the right wing before backing it off. 30 seconds left to play. He's working on Dylan Epp right now. Now he stands at the Tiger logo. Jab step, drive, and back off, and there's a timeout called. 22.8 on the clock. Aloha Shaved Ice has a year-round shaved ice service. You can also try their selection of specials and coffee products. Thanks to Aloha Shaved Ice, 8000 Northwest 39th Expressway. We're back here in a few.
John Campbell is your local health market agent that specializes in Medicare. Instead of talking through an 800 number, talk face-to-face with your local agent, John Campbell, to answer all your questions and find the company that best fits your needs. John Campbell Health Market serves Yukon, Bethany, and the surrounding area and will travel across the state of Oklahoma to meet with you. Call John Campbell Health Markets at 405-200-8414. Call 405-200-8414.
For the final 22.8 seconds, Bethany is rocking the same lineup. Neal, Brobson, Brady, Kiefer, and Jaggers. Then Jaggers will inbound this. Kiefer's going to be defended by Jacoby Flynn. He's going to be glued to that guy's shoulder. Kiefer is able to get it in past mid-floor. Now he steps past the line. Again, working on number 2, Jacoby Flynn. Going in front of him, crossover move. Now he goes between the legs and behind the back. Dribbling left hand, nearly goes down to the floor but keeps his footing. Kiefer going behind the back, left side. There's a foul on Flynn. Caught Kiefer on the neck. That's the 4th team foul for Weatherford, but that's not going to mean much in the final 8 seconds. Second personal on Flynn, but it stops the clock and lets Bethany draw up one more play. Brobson now to inbound. It goes straight to Jaggers. 7 seconds to play with. Jaggers left hand all the way into lane. Bounce pass to Brady. He backs down one defender. Goes up. Shots up. No good. Weatherford got the rebound. That's where the third ends. 27-24 as we head to the final quarter of play in a win or go home situation. A 5-point quarter for Weatherford, a 5-point quarter for the Broncos. Does it get any better than this? These two teams so evenly matched. These always make for fun games. Winner plays tomorrow at 7:30 against the loser of Cassia Hall and Oklahoma Christian, and both these teams want desperately to be the ones there.
Step up to the next level at Coyote Pond, home with a $20 FFL transfer. Coyote Pond at 5804 Northwest 63rd and MacArthur makes the difference in customer service with the selection of just about everything with top dollar loans and rock bottom prices. Locally owned and operated, Coyote Pond is the destination headquarters for Bethany, Yukon, and Oklahoma City, and the home of the $20 FFL transfers. Call 405-470-7999 or go to coyotepond.com. That's 405-470-7999 and coyotepond.com.
As we come up to the final quarter of play, we want to thank everybody who has tuned in to this match on the gospelstation.com Sports and Talk. If you were with us for the women's game, I mentioned how important it is that you show up and support these kids. The girls notice it, the guys notice it as well. They feel the support. Bethany's got a great showing here out Stroud, but they also know about you guys, the ones that are watching and listening at home. We want to thank you truly for your support of Bethany High basketball. 8 minutes on the board for the final time. Winner goes on to see if they can play for state. Loser goes home. Smith on the right wing will open this thing up for Weatherford. He moves everybody out of the way. He wants a one-on-one matchup with Breck Brady. Crossover move, going left side into the paint. Fadeaway shot, and Smith got it. Jackson Smith knew exactly what he was looking for, and he puts it through the net when presented the opportunity. 27-26, the lead only one for Bethany. Kiefer goes left side, going quick past the logo. Hand off to Brobson. Brobson fires back high to Brady. Brady right side going to Neal. Wants a screen for Neal, but Neal goes right hand to the baseline. Jump stop, throws it off the glass, no good. Weatherford comes down with the rebound with Smith. Smith up the right side of the floor again. Let's see if he calls for the same one-on-one matchup. He's got Jaggers now, left hand. Jump stop, fadeaway shot again. This time it doesn't go. Brady tries to punch it out, and that'll be last touched by Breck Brady. Weatherford gets another chance. 7:03 left to go in the fourth. A minute has come off the clock. Weaver, Griner, and Chapman back in the game. Here's all the starters back on the floor. Some of the most important possessions of the game being played right now. The inbounds from Epp hits Smith. Smith stuck in that far corner. He's got Jaggers on him. Now a little bit of room to work. He's going to bring it back out towards the broad side of the floor. Smith with a risky pass over to Nelson. Nelson brings it down, hits Epp. Epp in trouble, goes back to Nelson. Nelson back out high to Smith. Bethany's defense with their starting five back on the floor holds. Jaggers punches the ball out on Smith, but he can't get the steal. Smith steps back up to the top of the key. Goes right side, now down to the corner. Nelson over to Flynn, back out high to Epp. Epp crossover move, gets into the paint, bounce pass down low, stolen away by Brady. Breck Brady with a key steal here. 6:30 left to go in the fourth. Weaver sets a screen for Griner to free him up to bring it past half court. Here's Chapman now from the far corner. Lob to Brady. He brings it down with one hand, goes up, he's fouled and one. Breck Brady flexes on him, and he heads to the line for another and one opportunity. That's the third personal foul on Hunter Nelson. Brady trying to make it a 4-point game. 29-26 currently. His shot. It's up. It's good. Brady 2 of 2 from the line. He is 4 of 6 from the field. 30-26. 6:17 left to go in the game. Weatherford down 4. Epp now the primary ball handler. He's matched up on Weaver. Going to his left, hits Smith on the wing. Cross-court pass. Catch and shoot for Cash Weiberg. Well off the mark. And Chapman comes down with the defensive rebound. Only his second of the night, but again, another key one. Jaggers bring up the floor, well contested, hits Weaver on the left corner. Weaver brings it back out high along the left line. Under 6 minutes left to play. Here's Chapman off of the screen from Brady. Gets to the elbow, stops, flings one, no one in the corner. He didn't see that Griner had vacated the far corner and threw it to nobody. 5:47 is where the clock stops. Weatherford has it back. Well, we've got a second. Blake Nightingale, State Farm. We've spoken about him in length, 7304 Northwest Expressway. He also sponsors our Player of the Game Award. So when we get to the postgame show at the end of this one, stick around, and we'll do that Player of the Game. Smith hits a backdoor cut. That's number 5, Hunter Nelson, along the baseline, laying it in for 2. 30-28, moving from the left side, had the right hand, and Weatherford sticking around. That has been the story of the night for these two teams. It has never gotten more than maybe a 6-point lead, it feels like. 30-28, 5:10 left on the clock. Jaggers now to slow it down for the Broncos. Weatherford not bringing out anybody to pressure. They're in a 2-3 look here. Brady stands at the right block. Weaver in the left corner. Chapman in the right corner. Griner on the right side of the floor. Now, how much time do you take off the clock here is the question. Head coach Josh Holliday has all the confidence in his players to score in the clutch seconds at the end of a game. Now under 5 minutes left to play. No call has been made. Now Holliday makes a signal from the bench. Griner starts to move right to left. He's going to set a screen. Jaggers, crossover move, going left hand inside the line. Gave it to Weaver. He backs it up to the corner. Now Weaver with fired pass to Chapman on the right side. Chapman spinning, gets to the free throw line, has room. One-man drop, puts up the shot. Unfriendly bounce, no good. Weatherford comes down with it. Kiefer set the sub back in the game. 30-28. Here's Smith up the left side of the floor. Goes back over to number 4, Epp. Epp back to Smith, left wing. Still matched up on Denton Jaggers. That's the matchup Bethany wants on him. If he switches on to anybody else, it could be trouble. Epp matched up on Griner. He spins, goes right hand to the elbow. Got Griner to jump, goes up and underneath. His shot's up and good. Tie game. 30-30. All knotted up. 3:45 left on the clock in the fourth. Jaggers, right side, trying to go into the lane. Kicked out to Griner, extra to Brady. Brady has a little bit of room. He hit a 3 yesterday, but doesn't take it this time. Goes down to Jaggers. Jaggers along the baseline, tried to sling one. Stolen away. Bryant comes down with ball. 30-30, it remains. Weatherford now with a chance to break the deadlock. And now it's the Eagles' turn to slow this game down. Smith and Epp are going to go back and forth around the half-court line. Now Epp starts to make his drive right hand, sees nothing, goes back out high to Weiberg. Cash Weiberg, 3 minutes exactly left to play. Goes right hand, in trouble, he traveled. He tried to plant with his left foot, but his weight carried him backwards. A travel on Weiberg at a key second, and Bethany's got to take advantage of this. They've got to. Only one team foul on Weatherford, none on Bethany. That's not going to be any kind of an issue here. Kiefer up to the left wing. He's now in the game. Hand off to Griner on the right wing. Goes back out high all the way around. Jaggers has it. Once the inbounds for Brady. 3 red jerseys swarm Brady the moment Jaggers looked at him. Now Jaggers goes into the lane. No shot and a foul on the floor. I believe that is going on number 2, Jacoby Flynn, his third personal. No, it's going to go on Jackson Smith for his first. That's team foul number 2 for Weatherford. Inbounds play here for the Bethany Broncos. They're going to go high out to Brady. Brady with a handoff to Weaver at the logo. He gives it back to Kiefer. Now the offense can get set. Kiefer going left side all the way down to the corner. A handoff to Jaggers. 2.5 left to play. Jaggers over to Weaver, now to the other side of the floor with Griner. Griner from the wing, trying to get the entry to Brady. Brady has trouble. He's got 2 defenders on him, gets the shot off, no good. Got his own rebound, off-balance shot. He wants the foul call. All the Bethany fans want the foul call, and they're not going to get one. Back on the other end of the floor, still tied 30-30. Smith has Kiefer on him. Crossover move. Kiefer has active hands. He's not going to let Smith go for free, and Weatherford knows it. A timeout taken by the guys in red. Coach Holliday has words for the officials right here. Can't believe that Brady was not called for a foul on the other end of the floor. He should have been at the line, but instead we go to a break. We'll be back in a minute.
We are Integrity Heating, Air, and Plumbing, in business for over 40 years. We've provided top-notch service for every company and residential home in the area. Let's take a look inside and let you meet some people.
Hey, Blaine. Good morning. Here we have a part of our call center. This is Tina. That's Gabby. That's our general manager, BJ. Our office hours are from 7:30 to 7:30, Monday through Friday, and we do heating and air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical. Give us a call. We always have specials. Our number one priority is your family, constant comfort, and convenience. We offer 24-hour service.
And in order for us to do that, we fully stock everything here at our warehouse, whether it's commercial or residential. We offer plumbing, heating and air, and electrical full services. All of our guys are licensed, we're bonded and insured.
Here at Integrity, we offer senior discounts, military discounts, and public service discounts.
You worked hard for us, so let us work hard for you.
Yeah, go Broncos.
Cassia Hall and Oklahoma Christian play at 7:30 tonight. The winner of that one advances to state. The loser plays the winner of this game at 7:30 tomorrow. Oklahoma Christian's on the run of a lifetime. If they can knock off Cassia Hall, they'll punch their ticket to the big dance, the state tournament. The loser of that one plays the winner of this. And for the final 2 minutes, it's tied 30-30. Smith has it beyond half court. Kiefer on him. 2 jab steps. Now he goes to the left and gives it up to Epp. Weatherford is going to take time off the clock here. They're kind of in the same mindset they were at the end of the first half. They want to be the last possession. Smith going to his right against Kiefer. They're confident in their ability to score, so they haven't made their move yet. 30 seconds have come off the clock. Smith has it. Number 5, Nelson comes out to meet. Smith goes all the way to the left lane, kicks out to Bryant in the left corner. Bryant has Brady on him. No shot taken. Bryant's going to retreat to the logo. Brady has to come out and pressure Bryant. Bryant gets a call in from the bench. Now he goes right side, backs it off, couple fakes. Brady got the poke. Brady got the steal. Timeout taken, timeout taken. Listen to the roar of the crowd. Chills up and down. I saw it coming a mile away. Bryant is not their primary ball handler. He kept glancing to the bench. What do I do? What do I do? And Brady saw it. The right poke at the right time. Bethany could take this one to the house. We'll see when we return.
What are laws on immigration? Contact Tipton Law Center in Oklahoma City at 405-209-1925. Melissa Tipton Duncans has the passion with experience with a solid foundation of knowledge in immigration law. The Tipton Law Center is located at 5909 Northwest Expressway at MacArthur and will also take cases in family law, criminal law, international law, adoptions, or readoptions. For immigration law, contact attorney Melissa Tipton Duncans at Tipton Law Center, 405-209-1925.
Out of timeout. Thanks one more time to Coyote Pond, home of the $20 FFL transfer, and Ship It Sooner at 210 North Mustang Mall Terrace for their support of the stream. Remember those local businesses. The next time you want to look at a pawn shop or you want to go and get some shipping and notary services at Ship It Sooner, they're the best around. A minute 13 left to go in this game. Bethany has ball after the ridiculous steal from Breck Brady. Denton Jaggers to inbound it. Weatherford in a man defense. They can't let this ball get in, but they do. Kiefer has it beyond half court. 60 seconds. That's all the time left. Kiefer goes left hand, spins. Has to hit Weaver at the logo. Weaver goes all the way around to Denton Jaggers. Jaggers to the baseline. Spinning. Needs somewhere to go. Goes back out high to Weaver. Weaver to Jaggers in the right corner. Jaggers with the inlet pass to Brady. Brady goes with the bounce pass back to number 1, all the way to the other side of the floor with Griner. Griner hits Weaver and the offense resets. Bethany can take some time off the clock here. Same concept as what Weatherford was doing. Griner has it, matched up on Bryant. Now he dribbles. 2 to his left, now comes back to the logo, fires to Weaver. Weaver back to Griner. Griner makes his move in between the legs, going to the top of the key, wants a screen from Kiefer. He's going to get it here, goes right hand, has a lane. Has to back it off, the defense closed out. Under 30 seconds. 30-30 game. For the final 20 seconds, Bethany still has ball. Jaggers comes out to help Griner. There's the handoff. Griner has it on the left line, right in front of the Bethany bench. Call comes in from Josh Holliday. Here it is, 10 seconds. This is the play. Jaggers left side to the corner. Griner has it, baseline swing. Stolen away by Weatherford. They try to throw it out to scramble for it. Weatherford gets it. Timeout taken. Nearly, I don't know what to say. It was Griner on the baseline swing, knocked out of the air. Weatherford thought it was going out of bounds, so they called a timeout. The moment they had any kind of possession, but their guy kept it inbounds and threw it full court to a crashing 14. They had no one around Weatherford with a missed opportunity there. They just didn't know. It was all the way on the other side of the floor. They couldn't see it. What an ending. Bethany couldn't come up with the points at the end of it. They've got to get one more stop, and we got to send this thing to OT.
Stan's Plumbing is your locally owned, full-service, licensed, and bonded plumbing company, proudly serving the Oklahoma City Metro for over 30 years. Stan's provides all types of plumbing services like faucet and toilet repairs, sewer repair, and trenchless pipe replacement, water heater repair and installation, both tank and tankless, plus drain cleaning and jetting. All plumbers arrive with fully stocked trucks and can resolve your plumbing problems in a timely manner. Since 1988, Stan's Plumbing has held itself to a higher standard in plumbing. Call 405-721-5100 to schedule your appointment. Stan's Plumbing, Valley service in a dirty business. 405-721-5100.
All right, we come out of timeout here. 3.5 on the clock. Weatherford has ball. They do have to bring it up the length of the floor. They got to bring Weatherford out of the timeout, but they're just going to call another one. Weatherford not even going to mess around with it. They're drawing up their best possible play. I'm looking at what's happening on the Weatherford side. They're making Weatherford stand up. This is only a 30-second timeout here, not a full timeout. All right, well, again, Weatherford's got to draw up their best play. Bethany has to draw up their best possible defense. I'm not even going to go to break here. We're going to stay here for a second. Man, what is going on here in this game? I thought after that steal by Brady that was going to be it. Bethany was going to win it, but they just couldn't find an open shot. The scoring has gone out the window. No one has scored. Weatherford has put up 6 in this quarter. Bethany has only put up 3. All right, here it is. 3.5 seconds. Weatherford has it to inbound to Smith. He's got Epp in front of him. 3 players along the baseline on Weatherford's end of the floor. Kiefer and Weaver, the full court defenders. Where does Smith go? He throws in high. The ball's in play. It's number 1 to take it. The shot's off. No good for Cash Weiberg. We're going to OT. And that feels like the result that Weatherford was not looking for, as there was no cheer from the crowd on that side, missing that final shot. In OT, it's a 4-minute half, I believe, if I'm up to date on my OT regulations. Not the first time Bethany has been in overtime this playoffs. Let's see if your Broncos can get it done in extra time. This is a fun one, folks. This is a fun one.
This is Blake Nightingale State Farm, your local insurance agent over at 7304 Northwest Expressway. Here to tell you more about the business is Blake himself.
Hi, my name is Blake Nightingale, State Farm insurance agent, located at 7304 Northwest Expressway here in Oklahoma City. I've been a State Farm agent since 2018. We've got 5 licensed staff members here, and we do everything from auto, home, life insurance, and health insurance. And we're real passionate about helping people. And we love youth sports, and we sponsor a lot of local teams here. And so, like I always tell people, like a good neighbor, we're here to help you.
Just like you heard from Blake, Blake Nightingale State Farm is here to help you protect what's important to you, because your car and home aren't just things. They're where you make your memories. Visit Blake and his friendly staff at 7304 Northwest Expressway and call them at 405-728-1313. Like a good neighbor, Blake Nightingale is there.
It's overtime in Stroud, Oklahoma. A 4-minute quarter. Brady heads out to the logo to jump against Nelson. 30-30, a 6-point fourth quarter for Weatherford, a 3-point fourth quarter for Bethany, and Brady wins the tip. All right, the clock is running. Here's Den Jaggers to bring it up the floor. These represent what could be the final chances for Bethany. Jaggers sees a lane all the way to the glass, lays it in for 2. Jaggers comes up clutch in OT. Bethany has the lead. Here's Weatherford on the other end. Epp brings it up the floor. He can't get past Weaver, so he goes to his teammate Smith at the logo. Smith back over to Flynn. Flynn now back over to Smith on the left side. Smith has Kiefer on him, hand in the space. Can't get a shot to open up off of it. Flynn a little bit of room, but Brady closes out well. 3:20 left to go. Chance coming out from the Bethany student section here. They want to see their guys advance. Flynn to the top of the key. Here's Smith. Kiefer still on him. Smith backs it off. 3:10 left to play with. Smith goes down right side all the way to the lane. A lot of contact, spinning, can't get the shot off. Pass to Flynn. Flynn's in trouble. 3 defenders on him. Somehow got the pass off to Epp. Epp shot fake. Weaver sticks with him. No shots taken. Great defense by the Broncos. Smith off of a screen, swaps on to Weaver. Weaver and Kiefer switch opponents. Kiefer now on number 4, Epp. Weaver now on number 11, Smith. Smith goes right hand baseline, jump stop, baseline swing, hits an open Epp on the far side. The 3, no good, in and out. Griner comes down with the rebound. Kiefer has it right side of the floor, looking ahead to Griner as the Broncos bring it past mid-floor. Griner has Flynn on him. Weatherford's going to pressure here. They can't afford to let Bethany take time off the clock now. 2:26. Jaggers driving. There's the foul by Flynn. Claps and cheers ring out from the Bethany side of the gymnasium. 2:25 is where the clock stopped. That's the 3rd personal on Jacoby Flynn, 3rd team foul. Those carry over now. Bethany still has 0 team fouls, by the way. Weaver, quick inbounds to Seth Griner. Griner at the logo. Quick pass, cross court to Din Jaggers. Brady's going to come out to set a screen for Jaggers. He goes left side, ran to a defender. There's another foul call. This foul goes on number 5, Hunter Nelson. That is Nelson's 4th personal. One more and he's out of this game. He's going to stay on the floor. 2:16 left to go. Weaver to inbound. Kiefer right in front of him. Goes to Denton Jaggers on the left wing. Jaggers over to Griner in the left corner. He'll bring it back out to the top of the floor. 2:10 left to go. Weatherford can't afford another foul unless they desperately need to stop the clock. Kiefer over to Brady, right corner. One player slips. Brady stays up. Bounce pass to a cutting Jaggers. Jaggers left hand all the way to the glass. Just too short on the shot. But Kiefer comes down with the offensive rebound. Are you kidding me, Wyatt Kiefer? How did he get that out of there? 1:50 left to go. Another offensive chance for the Broncos. Griner to the Tiger logo. Flings one to the far corner. Brady, pass fake along the baseline. Goes up. Drew the foul. Brady will head to the line. Bethany in bonus for the remaining minute 42. Number 1, Cash Weiberg set to sub into the game for the Weatherford Eagles. Here's Brady on his first of 2 free throws. Shots up. It's good. Three-point game. 33-30. If Brady makes this one, Bethany goes up 4, and it gets just that much harder. The shot. No good on that one. Weatherford comes down with the rebound. No one else was around. 3-point game. Weatherford may be looking for a three-pointer here. No penetration yet. They're staying around the perimeter. Minute 30. 90 seconds left to play with. There's a bounce pass to Smith. Smith has Kiefer come out to meet him on the right wing. A lot of calls in from Coach Bull. Frantic on the sideline. Smith at the logo. Steps in. Gets a screen. Working to his right. Inside the line. A little bit of contact. And a foul called. Foul's going to hit Kiefer with this one. You can see an OT. The officiating crew going to call that a little bit closer now. A minute 17 on the clock. That was the first team foul for the Broncos. That is not a factor at all. Kiefer only has 2 personals. The inbounds goes quick to the corner. It's back in the hands of Smith. That's who they want to take the shot. Smith looking to his right. He's matched up on Seth Griner. And there's the contact again. That one may be a little bit too close. I'm not sure about that one. We know they're going to call it a little bit closer, but that's a little excessive. Griner picks up his second personal. A minute 8 serves to stop the clock again for Weatherford. They go back into number 14, Bryant, and it's now back in the hands of Smith. Smith, cross-court fling to Epp. Epp goes out high. Weiberg takes a shot from straight away. No good. Brady comes down with the defensive rebound. He gets the pass off to Weaver. Weaver's in trouble. He flings it to Kiefer. This game should be over under a minute. Weatherford has to foul, and they do. Brady, one more rebound for the road. Caps off another great night on the boards for number 2-4. That was the 3rd personal foul on Cooper Bryant. Kiefer heads to the line to shoot the bonus free throws. And it looks like there is a cut on Hunter Nelson that needs to be tended to. He's going to have to come off the floor for a second, get that bandaged up. Clock is at 54.0. Well, Weatherford was trying their absolute hardest to get an open look for Jackson Smith. He's their guy. They were drawing it up for him, but it's Cash Weiberg to take the shot from straight away, and he left it just a tad bit to the right. That one's got to hurt for Cash. Number 1 stands alone at the mid-floor line. All his teammates on every side of the lane right here for these free throws. Wyatt Kiefer, he came out from his injury. He made his debut in the playoffs, I'm pretty sure. It was ridiculous. Now he's got the free throws to ice it. Knocks down the first. We've missed him for so much of the year. And now the storybook ending to this game as Kiefer comes back to the line up 4. His shot. Hit them both. 35-30. Weatherford has to work quick. They're going to go all the way to the Smith on the left side. He gets to the top of the key. 45 seconds to work with. Got to throw up something quick. They need 2 possessions. He takes the shot. No good. Fight for the rebound. Weatherford comes down with it. They go back up. That one no good. Another offensive rebound. Weiberg got it again. His pass tipped away. Weiberg hits the deck hard, and a foul called on Kiefer. No argument for that one. Bethany wants the jump ball, however. That's what the fans are calling. Let's see what the officials say. It's going to be a foul on Kiefer. His 3rd personal. No free throws for Weatherford, but they've got another chance to put points on the board. 2 offensive rebounds for the guys in red on that possession earns them a chance to hang around. A wet spot on the floor is going to get taken care of here. 35-30. Bethany leads by 2 possessions. That is the fold to this game. Weatherford has to find a way to get 6 points in 30 seconds, with Bethany near guaranteed to get 1 more possession. Bethany from the free throw line has only missed 1 across all players who have taken a trip to the charity stripe. Jaggers is 2 of 2. Weaver is 1 of 1. Brady is 3 of 4, but Kiefer is 2 of 2. They have shot extremely well from the line. The inbounds goes cross court. Back in the hands of number 1, Weiberg. Weiberg brings it back out to the logo. Smith now has it. Smith's the one they want to take the shot. Left wing, fakes, goes under Weaver. Can't get the shot off. Hits Epp. Epp throws up a wildly contested three-pointer, but he knocks it down. How in the world did Dylan Epp make that? From straight away, extremely flat shot with a man on him, but it didn't matter. 22.4. 35-33. Weatherford still has a chance.
C&J Sporting Goods at 6604 Northwest 38th Street has been serving Bethany and the Metro for over 30 years, with 3 generations ready to serve you with the best shopping experience of product knowledge and customer service anywhere, with a wide selection of guns, ammo, ear and eye protection, law enforcement equipment, hunting, camping, and survival gear. If they don't have it, they will order it for you. Veteran owned and family operated. Call 405-789-8102. C&J Sporting Goods.
The number 6 team, Weatherford Eagles, the number 11 team, the Bethany Broncos, matched up in OT, day number 2 of the area tournament out here in Stroud, Oklahoma. 35-33, Bethany leads by 2. Dylan Epp just made one of the most incredible three-pointers I have ever seen watching basketball. I have no idea how that shot in that situation found net, but he found a way to make it work. That gives Weatherford a chance. They're going to play some full court defense here. Weaver to inbound it. Needs somewhere safe to go. Hits Denton Jaggers in that corner. Do they foul him? Jaggers brings it up the right side. Pressure from behind, and there's the foul. Clock stops at 18.8. With a 2-point lead, if Jaggers makes them both, I think this game is over. Jaggers will take his time getting to the line. That, in the meantime, was the 5th personal foul on Hunter Nelson. His night is done. Cash Weiberg back in the game for Weatherford. Jaggers with the support of all Bethany fans in attendance. Here's his first. Knocked it down. 36-33, 3-point lead for the Broncos. One more. Hit them both. Jaggers may have just iced it. 15 seconds. Brings it up the floor. A quick handoff to Smith. Smith to the right wing. Launches the three. No good. One more rebound. Brady got it. This game is over. Brady with an offensive rebound to secure it, as he's done so many times tonight. There's even one more foul on Cash Weiberg to give Bethany a chance to go up 6. 6.9 seconds officially on the clock. Weatherford's only chance is for Brady to miss both and get fouled on the 3. Brady is first. Knocked it down. That's game. Brady 4 or 5 from the line, and I think that one's it. I think that one's game, folks. Brady has one more regardless. His second. Up and good. Brady 5 of 6 from the line. Here's Weatherford back on offense. Epp steps into a long one. No good. Brady got the rebound. That's it. The Bethany Broncos knock off the Weatherford Eagles and head to day 3 of area. (39-33). Got revenge for the last time these two teams met. We'll see this Bethany squad at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow. Weatherford's year is over. The defending state champs knocked out of the playoffs. We'll tell you more about it on the post-game show, where I'll go over finalized stats and give you the final numbers for our Bethany squad. What a game. So proud of the guys. That one was incredible.
The parking lots are full because it's always a celebration at Chelito's Mexican Restaurant in Yukon at 1227 Garth Brooks Boulevard in the Chisholm Shopping Center. With a traditional flair of Mexican casual dining where your meal always begins with complimentary chips, cheese, and salsa. Then a lengthy menu selection from fajitas, tacos, enchiladas, fish tacos, and so much more. You don't have to be shy at Chelito's. Ask for our daily specials and finish your meal with our sopapilla or pick something from our dessert menu. Oklahomans have chosen Chelito's Mexican Restaurants in Yukon at 1227 Garth Brooks Boulevard in the Chisholm Shopping Center. Call 405-350-2006.
When technology has you screaming at the office, call Simplify Tech Solutions at 405-981-1011. Located at 4221 North MacArthur Boulevard, Simplify Tech Solutions features IT management, business phone systems, manages Wi-Fi, and offers repair and support. Simplify your Wi-Fi before the emotional breakdown by calling Simplify Tech Solutions. Locally owned and operated at 405-981-1011. 405-981-1011. Simplify Tech Solutions.
And that does it for day number 2 of area. 2 wins for both Bethany squads. The Bethany guys knock off the defending state champs, the Weatherford Eagles. Your final 39-33. First, before I give you, actually, let's do the stats first. Jaggers finished with 6. He had 4 rebounds. Weaver finished with 6. He had a rebound. Griner finished with 4. He had 3 rebounds. Brady finished with 13 and 8 rebounds. Chapman finished with 5 and 2 rebounds. Kiefer finished with 2 and 2. Neal finished with 3 and 0. And Brobson finished with 0 and 1. That does it to make 39. The player of the game, without a doubt, man, is the entire team. No, it's a cop-out. No, it's a cop-out. It's Breck Brady. Come on, man. Those rebounds to ice the game right there. He shot 5 of 6 from the line for team lead in both free throws and scoring total and rebounds. There were so many key moments where the defense showed up in the biggest way possible. I can't believe the game I just watched. I really wish I could award that to the entire team because they all deserve it. Jaggers, Weaver, Griner, Chapman, Kiefer, Neal, Brobson, Brady. I mean, all of them had an incredible impact in this one. What a game, folks. What a game. Thanks to Blake Nightingale for his sponsorship of the Player of the Game Award. Wow. That's all I got to say, folks, is wow. We'll see this team tomorrow night at 7:30. We've got one more back-to-back. The women at 6, the men at 7:30. We'll find out who we play later tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in on the GospelStation.com Sports and Talk. It was another incredible day of Bethany High School basketball, and we invite you to tune in again tomorrow. We'll have the action once more. Now Bethany has a chance to find themselves in the state tournament. One more win is all both squads need. We'll see you then, folks. Luke Young signing off from Stroud, Oklahoma.